From the Fox 29 studios, this is Good Day Philadelphia Weekend.
The clock is ticking.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
We are just hours away from kickoff, and the pressure is on.
There is nothing like that feeling of adrenaline when you get those guys running out on the field.
It puts urgency on us. I like that.
How both Eagles players and fans are gearing up for the first playoff game in South Philadelphia in years. Plus, an NFL insider breaks down what the Birds can expect on the field. We talk X's and O's live with Temple alum and Arizona Cardinal linebacker Hasan Redick.
The Philadelphia crowd, fans, they're crazy, man. You never know what you're going to get.
And later, what's football without wings? The playoff party snacks sure to be a touchdown with your guest.
All right, it is game day, Saturday, January 13th, 2018. It's an exciting day in Philadelphia.
Absolutely. We are ready to go, ready to win.
I know. So let's talk weather first, because a lot of people are going to head down to the link either to tailgate, they'll go to Xfinity Live, or they will actually be inside the link to see the game. Now, last week we thought it was going to be a little warm so that the cold wouldn't really affect the Falcons because they're a dome team. It's going to be a little chillier, and the temperature's dropping quickly.
Absolutely, Lauren. We are going to freeze out the Falcons. Yesterday, it was warm.
Well, the wait is over. It's the battle of the Birds. The Eagles take on the Atlanta Falcons today right here in Philadelphia. And it looks like Nick Foles is hitting his stride just in time. The QB got a major but simple message from Coach Doug Peterson: just be Nick at practice this week. Nick's teammates say he looks more comfortable and a lot more confident. The moment will arrive in just hours, and this game has everyone talking. Which bird will soar in South Philadelphia today? Sabina Kuriakose is live at the link. Sabina, any tailgaters out at this hour? I know it's a little early. I know you have your greenish.
I tried to wear a green tie and a green pocket square. A little dilemma because of the green screen, but you have a bigger dilemma going on today, right?
So it's like Atlanta raised me, but I live in Philadelphia.
Okay,
so it's like, who do you cheer for? The Atlanta Falcons or the Philadelphia Eagles? So I started asking people online because I just wanted to see what they say. We know a lot of people live in Philadelphia that are from New York, and they stay strong to their New York teams or their allegiances to wherever they're from. So Reggie says, well, this is what I asked first. I said, tomorrow's a big day if you're an Eagles fan or if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan. I happen to be both, growing up in Atlanta but living in Philly. So who do I cheer for at 4:30 when they play down at the link? A lot of people are voting. We got 100 votes on Twitter. I posted this also on Facebook. But this guy, Eddie, says, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
Okay, so it's like the home team versus the hometown dilemma.
Right. So Eddie thinks that I should cheer for the Eagles. Joey says, stay true to thyself, but just act happy Sunday morning when the Eagles win. So I guess that means cheer for the Falcons inside, but the Eagles outside. And then Sean says, support the team where you're from. Don't fall to the peer pressure. So get online. If you're on Facebook, I have a poll there. I have one on Twitter. Let us know what you think. I brought all my gear in, though, Scott. Laid it out on the desk because, and then Crystal, our floor director.
She was counting,
she's
right?
Counting the items. Like, she's being very petty, trying to see, okay, you have an Eagles hat, a Falcons hat. You got an Eagles shirt, so she's trying to see what I'm really going to do.
And
with the
you're
game.
kind of neutral today with
the
black
why?
on.
Because both teams have black in their uniforms.
There you go.
So that way I'm neutral in all this, right?
So what are you going to put on later?
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm having a tough time still. I'm deciding. I like red. It's a pop of color. But, I'm in Eagles country, so we'll see.
You're in Philly now.
I'll decide. All right, then there's this. All right, there it is, Scott. Battle of the Birds. You know what I decided? If I just say go Birds today, that's safe, right?
Yeah,
no one knows who I'm talking about. Crystal's like, nah, that's not going to work. Okay, Philadelphia, you know this. It's not the friendliest place to play if you're a visiting team. And sometimes even the Birds can take a beat down from our fans. The tongue lashing gets pretty intense. People get in, they say mean things. Our fans are rough. They're tough. They're loud. And with the home field advantage and a lot on the line, the Dirty Birds can expect a lot of dirty talk. So they have to find a way to shut out all the noise. Well, Jim Schwartz knows he can't do it alone. He says he's the Eagles defensive coordinator. He's calling on the Philly fans at the link to make noise in order to make life even more difficult for Atlanta's offense, specifically Julio Jones, number 11. You got to watch out for him, right? Meanwhile, businesses are in high gear today, trying to keep up with the fan demand for game day food. The Wingstop on Cottman Avenue in the Northeast has been getting ready for days. Employees say chicken is the easy part for them. It's those side items and the veggie trays that take a little extra time. So we wanted to ask you on game day, what is your favorite kickoff dish? What do you cook?
Corn dip, my famous corn dip, or hot wings. I mean, you got to go with the hot wings and the blue cheese. Got to have blue cheese.
Ooh, ranch.
And they're talking about those side items that no one eats. Always, you have the leftover. You have the leftover celery and the.
That's what
carrots.
I'm always eating because I
go to all this trouble to make this nice salad or vegetable tray, and that's always what's left at the end of the night.
I like those things. Don't hate on the non-meat eater. That's me. That's me at every party. Give
Buffalo
me everything.
Cauliflower, have you had that?
So
that's actually pretty
good.
Yeah,
so good. So let us know online, what's your favorite game day dish? All right, guess who's here? Hasan. He's a bird too, but he's with Arizona this morning. He sits down with us to talk about both teams, Eagles versus the Falcons. We talk quarterback, offense, defense. What's up?
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. You woke up early for us. All right, we'll talk to Hasan after the break. All right, with the Eagles being the first seed, they will have their postseason debut today. From the looks of it, the current 53-man roster looks pretty healthy, ready to take on the Dirty Birds of Atlanta. To break down what our Birds may be feeling this morning, a Temple alum who is familiar with the pressure players are experiencing today. Temple alum turned Arizona Cardinal linebacker Hasan Redick woke up early. He's hurting, he says. He's hurting. All right, so we just heard from Coach Peterson about the fans. As a player, tell me this. A lot of times you're in the stands, you're cheering, you're yelling. You don't think the players can actually hear you. Mm-hmm. How much does that influence your playing?
It influences a lot. It's that push. You know, you feel the excitement. You can feel the crowd. The crowd helps out in so many ways. Is literally the 12th man on the field, especially when you're at home. So the crowd coming out and me expecting, I know who they're going to be. I think it's going to be a great push for the Eagles this today.
All right, so you grew up in Camden. You're used to cold weather. Mm-hmm. Then you went out to Arizona and got spoiled for 6 months. How does the cold or how does the weather in general just affect these players? I know the Falcons, a dome team, mm-hmm. not expecting this.
That's going to be a big factor. One, because like you said, the Falcons are a dome team. Mm-hmm. They're not used to, the wind and how the wind is really gusty today, and then it's cold out. They're coming from where it's predominantly warm. So when they come out here, they got to expect the cold, and they got to account for the wind and how windy it's going to be today as well.
You played the Eagles here during the regular season, came mm-hmm. home. Mm-hmm. The fans, they're loud, they're cruel, they're dirty.
The fan, there's no fans like Philadelphia fans, and when you're up, they're right there with you. When you're down, some go through it with you, so they turn on you. But overall, man, Philadelphia is a great city for sports, and I know they're going to come out, and I know they're going to be loud, and I know they're going to be pushing the Eagles on.
Let's talk quarterbacks. I know you said you're behind mm-hmm. our quarterback. You don't have any doubts for Nick Foles.
Nah, especially sorry for what happened to Carson, but before Carson got here, mm-hmm. Nick actually was doing a good job, and I read a tweet earlier this week. One of the players, I forgot who said it. They said that Nick looked calm. Mm-hmm. He looked calm. He looked focused. He looked ready. So I got faith in him. I think he's going to go out there and do what has to be done.
What do you think we do to keep Julio Jones from running all over us? How do we do that?
Julio is he's just a great player, man. He's going to come out there and do what he does is whoever matching up against him, they just got to bring their A game. And, I know the Eagles know what's on the line just as well as, the Falcons know what's on the line. And I expect it to be a great matchup. Whoever's on the opposite side of him, I know they're going to come and give their 100%. And, they got it. It's when to go home.
You said you think the defense has been playing well this year,
mm-hmm.
so you feel good about that.
Correct.
Let's talk offense.
Mm-hmm.
You think we're going to be good in that department?
Yeah. Some great wide receivers around Nick. You got Hasan, you got Aguilar, who's been playing great this year. Mm-hmm. You got Torrey, fast deep ball guy, and then you got a great running back core as well. And I think they're going to be a key part into helping Nick out, getting some of them yards, and you know, helping him get the job done.
All right, I hate to ask you this, but I have to ask you this. Who do you think wins today?
I gotta go with the Birds. I gotta go with the Eagles, right?
I see you pointing to myself.
I gotta go with the Eagles. With everything at stake, the way they've been playing, the way the fans are, you know, and then with the weather factor, I gotta go with the Eagles. I think they got it, and I'm looking forward to make the Super Bowl push.
And you said our city needs this.
We need this. You know, we really need this. I think it'll be a great thing for the city. You know, and I really want them to get it.
All right. Well, you heard it. Hasan says our Eagles will pull through at the link at 4:30. We'll see. But we'll take a break right now. We'll be right back.
Back out here live, cheer as loud as you can. We do not want the Falcons. We don't even want them to be able to hear themselves think, okay? So kickoff at 4:30, but as you can see, people are not waiting, Lauren. They are already here. Scott and Lauren, back to you guys.
Sabina, we're laughing back here because it looks like you have a playbook there with you with that big notebook in your hand.
All my notes from the press conference. I
There
was
you
writing
go.
it all down.
All right, we got you. Sabina, thank you so much. Yeah, she's brave. Hasan said, y'all have Sabina doing the hard work today. She's out there about to be blown away. No, the hardest work goes to the players today at 4:30 on the field. It's going to be a tough one. We know that. Battle the Birds. But we want to talk about this because we saw a picture on your Instagram of you doing yoga, and you said that's helped you, especially in like weather and conditions. You're trying to stretch and loosen up. This pose, isn't that impressive, Roberta? Look at him. Where was this?
This was down in Old City at a place called Torque Yoga.
Okay.
I've been going there for a little while now, and especially when I'm back home. And I just do yoga, you know, they keep the muscles fresh, keep the joints loose, and try to prevent as many injuries as I can. And it's really helped out with flexibility, the way I'm able to move, the way my body feels. And it's a great challenge and it's fun. So I encourage people, more people, you know, to go out and try yoga. It's something you'll learn about yourself, learn about the things you can do, can't do, and it's fun.
Challenges you. A lot of people think yoga is for ladies, but it's not, right? No, it's for NFL players.
It's a hard workout.
It is. Yeah. It's very hard. All right.
Mentally,
I know, it is good. Scott, really quickly, we have 30 seconds. Weather for game day.
Absolutely. Temperatures are going to be dropping to or below freezing, and feels like temperatures are going to be in the teens during the game. So really dress for those wind chills, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees out there. I mean, you saw how blustery it is. Look at the hour-by-hour future feels like temperature is really just showing you how the numbers are going to drop.
All right, I say go Birds.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Yep.
All right.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. We'll see you at game day coming up next.